Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This your boy Raw Thomas Jr. and this is the real news behind the news. Now I notice I'm saying that with emphasis. This is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is a beautiful, well it turned out to be a beautiful February 14th Valentine's Day. Happy day, Valentine Day to my Valentine. If she still like me or whatever. But anyway, let me give y'all some game, bro. Notice they have not been telling us what's going on in East Palestine, Ohio, here on your mainstream news. But for 9 days, you had government officials who saw a train derailment. Now, I'm going to show y'all something in America. You will not know. You got to go look at the footage. It's out there on the internet. It's on the internet. Do y'all realize that train was sparking and fire was raising up from the wheels for 20 miles? It actually derailed in Palestine, Ohio. This train was carrying phosphorus gas. Y'all know what phosphorus is? Those are the chemical weapons that they was using in World War I that the United Nations had to ban because of what it does to people. Also, it was carrying chlorine vinyl. Chlorine vinyl. Y'all forgive me, man. Anyway, do y'all realize what's going on in Ohio? I'm trying to call my son, and I'm up there because my son is in Columbus, Ohio with his mom. I'm trying to call them and ask them, do they see the smoke? Because if you can see the smoke, you are being poisoned. Do y'all realize instead of finding some rational way to put that fire out, because think about it, it's been smoking almost for 9 days now. We have not heard nothing about this in the mainstream media. Do y'all realize they are classifying this event on the same level as the nuclear meltdown in Chernobyl? Those people in that city of Palestine will never be able to live there again. That city is going to be sectioned off. They probably put a big ass fence around it because it is contaminated. You got a chlorine type gas. You got phosphorus gas. Fish are already starting to die. And you got a government that say, well, we're going to blow it up, as opposed to trying to find some other way to contain the spill of these toxic gases. But it don't surprise me to think about this, y'all. Y'all remember when just 3 months ago, I bet you had, 1/3 of y'all gonna remember this. But when hey, what's up, little brother? Happy Valentine's Day to you, man. You and your lady, man. Y'all be blessed. But do y'all remember just a couple of months ago, Joe Biden basically thwarted a strike by the rail workers union. See, one of the group of people here in America that are not allowed really to ever strike is your railroad workers. Your railroad workers were trying to get at least 3 paydays off a month. Whatever. But Joe Biden superseded and canceled that strike of the railway workers. Now you have an accident on the railway, and I'm not going to get off into the conspiracy theories type thing, talking about this might be a form of population control, but really, even if it wasn't intended, this situation up there in Ohio is very serious. Also, let me show y'all something else. How your government really, do y'all know who Seymour Hersh is? I've been following this dude for almost 10, 15 years now since I first found out. One of the leading journalists in the world. Now here they are telling us about climate change. You got doctors right now saying that they're going to cut down on your anesthesia when you go to a surgery just to reduce the climate change or effects of climate change by 0.1%. But the United States government blew up the Russian pipeline and let so much methane out that it was detected in outer space. Do y'all really realize think about this. They tell us about climate change. They don't want you to drive cars, but your military here in the United States got the biggest carbon footprint on the planet. We got over 900 bases around the world where we got airplanes, tanks, trucks, armored vehicles. We have the biggest carbon footprint, but they telling you now you can't grow chickens in your backyard. Do y'all realize what's going on up there in Ohio? Back to that story. And I'm going to tie it all together after Pastor Linus Mays. As a matter of fact, I need y'all to tune in tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. We're going Pastor Linus Mays and I going to be back with Real Talk. And then Thursday, um, February 16th, Jermaine Anderson, he has a rally and a march in remembrance of Alonzo Bagley. So y'all help us out on them two issues. But do y'all really realize how much you are being lied to every day? They don't even have to lie to you. They just won't show you what's going on up there in Ohio. Why they not showing you what's going on in Ohio? Do y'all realize that that's almost worse than what happened in the Gulf of Mexico with the Exxon, with the BP rig? Believe it or not, y'all, I had just semi-retired from BP, and I was working on the Thunder Horse rig at that time out there in the Gulf of Mexico. And when I came back after a couple of weeks off, they wanted me to go to that rig. I'm not saying it would have happened to me, but do y'all realize the ecology is being screwed up by the people who telling you about climate change? Y'all be blessed.